Hai kawan semua, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jumpa lagi dengan saya Sunan. Mungkin video reaction kali ini saya seorang dulu, karena biasanya kalau saya bikin video sama Kevin itu ketika malam. Bila hari-hari biasa dari pagi sampai ke siang Kevin itu sekolah. Status Kevin ini anak sekolah ya. Jadi dia itu free-nya ketika malam saja. Oke, langsung mulakan saja. Di sini ada salah satu saudara dari Malaysia hantar satu video melalui WhatsApp saya. Entah video apa yang dihantar, segera saya akan tengok. Let's go. Ketiga play. Media luar bercakap tentang kejayaan Malaysia. Malaysia pemenang perang chip antara US dan China. Malaysia negara pembuat chip terbesar di dunia. Media luar bercakap tentang kejayaan Malaysia. Malaysia pemenang perang chip antara US dan China. Malaysia negara pembuat chip terbesar di dunia. Baru tahu aku kalau Malaysia pembuat chip terbesar di dunia. Menarik.
Story is about the global chip war. We've been telling you about it, about how chips are now a strategic asset and how countries want to control supply and production. And by countries, we mostly mean the US and China. They want the control. Basically, the US wants to cut China off from the chip industry. So it's been putting restrictions on Beijing. And this, of course, impacts China, but it also affects global chip manufacturers, the companies. It affects them too. So they have to look for alternatives. A number of countries are vying to be that alternative. Vietnam, Thailand, even India, all of them have thrown their hat in the ring. But guess who is winning this chip war? Not America, not China, Vietnam, Thailand, or India. As of today, it's Malaysia.
Jadi Malaysia ini seorang pemain lama dalam permainan pembuatan chip. Jadi Malaysia ini dalam membuat chip itu bukan baru-baru, ternyata sudah lama. Ada beberapa negara, contohnya Vietnam, Thailand, India, itu mendaftarkan negaranya untuk menjadi alternatif pembuat chip. Tapi ending-endingnya dimenangkan oleh negara Malaysia. Dekat sini, negara Malaysia sangat diuntungkan dengan adanya bersitegang antara Amerika dan China. Favorit untuk pembuatan chip. Oh, Intel masuk.
German chip maker Infineon is bringing in another 7. Nvidia, the company at the forefront of artificial intelligence chips, will spend $4.3 billion in Malaysia. There are other firms as well. Austria's AT&S.
Wih, berlomba-lomba. Perusahaan luar ingin berinvestasi di Malaysia, khususnya di bidang chip nih ya. Penang famous.
These areas are drawing in the who's who of chip makers. The obvious question, I guess, is why? Why has Malaysia become the go-to destination for semiconductor investment? Because it has a head start. The chip war may be making waves now, but Malaysia has been a chip-making hub for more than half a century.
Setengah abad, cu.
Intel set up its first overseas factory in 1972, and this factory was in Penang. Malaysia had ported the
dari lama, pemain lama negara Malaysia ini pembuat chip. Itulah salah satu faktornya.
Shipping port nearby. Now, all these factors won Intel over. The company agreed to set up shop in Penang. And that created a foothold for chip makers. 52 years later, Penang and its neighboring states have become a chip hub. Intel was followed by AMD, then Hitachi, then HP, Hewlett-Packard. All these companies have been investing in Malaysia for decades.
Gila, perusahaan-perusahaan raksasa berinvestasi di negara Malaysia.
Jobs in Malaysia were not high tech. It was bottom rung assembly work.
Perakitan.
The chip making supply chain. Malaysia was chosen for grunt work. And this has persisted for decades. Only now is Malaysia being considered for more advanced manufacturing. The new $7 billion investment by Intel, it is for advanced chip packaging. For something called 3D packaging. This is something new for Malaysia. But the country was chosen because Intel already has a presence there.
Pilih Intel, cu. Intel tak sendiri lah.
It was say a Vietnam or a Thailand or even India. That's why Malaysia was picked. It's a classic case of first movers advantage. Malaysia took a gamble in the 70s. They may not have guessed how big or how crucial chips would become. But they decided to bring in the foreign investment. And now half a century later, Malaysia is reaping the rewards. But that's not all. There's another side to this as well. Apart from good foresight, this is also about shrewd politics. Because Malaysia is friendly with both the US and China.
Itulah salah satu alasannya.
Active neutrality.
Netral. Malaysia negara netral.
Investments from both sides, the West and China. Mainland Chinese firms have been setting up plants in Penang. US sanctions, so entering joint ventures in Malaysia is a way for them to skirt restrictions. The US won't ban chips made in Malaysia. It already imports more than 20% of its chips.
Karena negara Malaysia netral, jadi nggak dilarang chip dari Malaysia.
From Taiwan or Vietnam or anywhere else, 20% from Malaysia. So
20%, cuk.
if they make in Malaysia, they can get around American embargoes. And Malaysia is happy to play both sides, get investments from both rivals. The question is this sustainable? Or will this blow up in their faces? We'll have to wait and see.
Beberapa negara itu mengajukan diri untuk menjadi salah satu alternatif pembuatan chip. Akan tetapi malah yang dipilih negara Malaysia. Karena ada beberapa faktor kenapa perusahaan-perusahaan raksasa macam Intel dan perusahaan Jerman tadi memilih negara Malaysia. Atau lebih tepatnya berinvestasi di Malaysia. Salah satu faktornya mungkin kenapa banyak perusahaan luar itu berinvestasi khususnya di bidang chip ke Malaysia. Karena Malaysia ini salah satu negara pemain lama pembuatan chip, bukan baru-baru ini. Dan yang kedua, salah satu faktornya ialah untuk gaji para pekerja di Malaysia itu lebih murah. Itu kan menurut perusahaan-perusahaan luar. Kalau menurut kita nih sebagai orang Indonesia, tetap aja sih gaji di Malaysia itu lebih besar, sangat besar menurut saya. Dan yang sangat mengejutkan, Malaysia dalam hal dunia percipan itu ternyata sudah setengah abad, cok. Kalau boleh dikatakan negara Malaysia dalam pembuatan chip itu udah suhu, bukan lagi tingkat rendah kan. Jadi perusahaan-perusahaan besar macam Intel terus POS tadi itu tidak ragu berinvestasi di Malaysia, khususnya di bidang percipan. Bahkan bukan hanya 2 perusahaan raksasa tadi yang berinvestasi di Malaysia. Tadi kalau nggak salah ada lebih dari 6 perusahaan besar atau raksasa yang berinvestasi di Malaysia khususnya di bidang chip. 20% loh pemasok chip di dunia itu dari Malaysia. Dan lagi yang sangat menguntungkan negara Malaysia bila banyak perusahaan-perusahaan raksasa itu berinvestasi di Malaysia. Jadi pendapatan negara itu bertambah. Karena kan perusahaan-perusahaan ini kan bayar pajak, terus mengurangi pengangguran di Malaysia. Otomatis kalau misalkan banyak perusahaan yang berinvestasi di Malaysia, pertumbuhan ekonomi di Malaysia itu meningkat.